to another reading vlog. I am doing a 48-hour readathon. Do I want to do it? No. But I need to, purely because I'm an emotional wreck right now. I don't look it, but I am on the inside. It's my daughter's last day of school. It is her last day in reception, and in September she will be going in year 1, and I'm not ready for it. Like, I feel like it was just yesterday that I gave birth. So the fact that reception is ending today, she's going into year 1 in September, she'll be 6 in September. I'm not ready for it because I feel like my little girl, she's not my baby anymore. She's my big girl, and I want her to stay my baby forever. So I need to occupy myself because of that, but also she's off to her dad's tonight. It's Wednesday, so it's not her usual time, and it would be my weekend too, but he's having her for like a couple of days, so she's not back till Sunday, and then on Monday we're going camping, and then we're back Thursday, and then she's back to his for the like a 10 or 12 day holiday with him, and then I have 2 weeks with her afterwards. So I need to occupy myself because I am not good when she's not here. I miss her terribly, as much as she drives me mad sometimes. It's so quiet in the house without her, and I don't know what to do with myself when she's not here. So I need to occupy myself, and I thought, I've got so many books I still need to read, so let's do 48-hour readathon. Am I going to do well in this readathon? I don't know. I'm hot and bothered. I'm a mess. So am I going to be reading a lot? Probably not. I might be able to maybe bash out 2, maybe 3. We'll see. I might really enjoy my books. I don't know. But we're doing a twist in this as well, because I've been mood reading all of my books, and I'm sort of at the moment thinking I don't know what I want to read. So there's one book I am definitely reading because I actually need to put a review up today, so I'll talk about that, which is this middle grade book by Maximilian Hawker. It's Rory, Hobble and the Voyage to Haligogan. I am currently on page 141, chapter 8. This is like a middle grade sci-fi. It's about aliens and planets and big spaceships. Rory's character is amazing. I love him. There is also like this little cute side character, which pretty much the only way I can describe it is an alien whale. But he's called Gary. His actual like alien name is Muktuk. But yeah, the only way I can describe him, he looks like a whale. He's just so cute, and I'm like, oh. Basically, the pretense of this book is Rory's mum gets snatched by this horrible sort of alien thing. I can't remember what it's called now. I really can't remember what it's called. A whittle snatcher or something like that. I'll edit. Editing Amy will edit it because I can't bother to look through it. But it's an easy read, and I'm very like up and down with sci-fi. I like it, but it has to be easy for me, like not too much, because I'm quite new to it. But I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving Rory. I don't like his mum, but she's obviously got problems. Obviously the rep in this is OCD, but it's a different kind of OCD to what I know, because I'm very used to OCD being quite like a cleaning sort of obsession. That's like the only one I really know of, but I know obviously there's different forms of it, and his is more, he constantly has these obsessive thoughts and that he's a bad person and he's going to hurt them, things like that. It's a really good rep. I'm very enjoying this, so I need to read and finish this because I need to put a review up because it's my tour spot today. So I'm going to try and read a bit this afternoon, but if not, I'll just bash it out and put it up late this evening because, you know. But with the rest of my books, I've got loads of books that I still need to read. So I thought I would read like one paragraph, like I would pick 5 books out of my stack, which I'll show you in a minute. And then out of those 5 books, I'll read a paragraph each out of the books and then decide which like books seem good. Whether I'll pick 1 book or 2, I don't know. It depends on like how it is. So I'm going to show you the stack of books that I still have to read, and then out of that I'll pick I'll pick 6 because I don't like odd numbers. I'll pick 6 books out, read a paragraph, and then we can judge then what books I'm going to read. So yeah, let's do that. It's going to be like, so I'm still doing my TBR but just making it a little bit fun, and whether I stick to it is another thing, but you know. So here are all of the books that's left on my TBR. As you can see, there's quite a few left that I need to read. So yeah, let's choose some books to read for this vlog. Okay, so I've got my stack of books up here, and I don't know which 6 to pick. Like, the obvious choice would be Air of Fire, because I love Throne of Glass. However, that's an easy option, because I know I'm going to love it. So, I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Okay, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Okay, Songs of Achilles, because I keep putting it off. See, I want to take books with me when I go on camping, and I'm also going to the cabin in August. Okay, Running with Lions, because I'm still in the romance theme. I Love You So Moshi? I think I got, yeah, that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, Ace of Spades, 5. Let's just do those 5. Yeah, we're going to do those 5. We're going to do these 5. Ugh. And read a paragraph, and then go from there. So first up, I'm going to read Ace of Spades, and I'm just going to read the first paragraph. So it's chapter 1, Devon, and it's Monday, and the first paragraph is very simple. First day back, assemblies are the most pointless practice ever. Okay, so I know this is based in a school, and I know it's a thriller, but it's short and sweet. Let's go with I Love You So Moshi. Alright, we've got a prologue. I'm supposed to be embarking on a quest to self-discovery, but I keep getting lost. I don't mean that in the super introspective, let's talk about my feelings kind of way. I mean, I literally don't know where I am. Okay, that does sound quite good. Like that, sort of like, whoa, okay, where is she? Okay. Right, next we've got Running with Lions. This is a very simple one. Are you certain you've packed everything? It's like very quick and simple. Alright, Songs of Achilles next. Okay, we've got a longer paragraph here. My father was a king and a son of kings. He was a short man, as most of us were, and built like a bull, all shoulders. He married my mother when she was 14 and sworn by the priestess to be fruitful. It was a good match. She was an only child, and her father's fortune would go to her husband. Okay. Mediocre. Then lastly, we've got Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Oh gosh, is that the time? Sorry, I have to go. The man mumbled evasively as he stood up and reached for his bag. Okay, not very, good choices. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go with Black Sun. This is a fantasy, and I haven't read a fantasy for a while, so let's see what it says. Okay, I'm just gonna do that one. Today he would be a god. His mother had told him so. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna have a little think. Okay, so I've picked 3. We are gonna go with these. So we've got Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Black Sun, and I Love You So Moshi. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I need to double check again. So I'm gonna be reading this first, obviously, because I need to. And then these 2 probably won't take me long. This is very short, and this is a romance, and it's also set in Japan. It's got a lot of Japanese culture, which I have slowly got into and absolutely love. So I think this is going to be a very easy, quick read. So I probably will read those 2 once I finish Glory Hobble, and then get to Black Sun. Will I finish Black Sun? I don't know, because it's only 48 hours, and I'm not going full throttle, reading mode. I do want to just chill as well. So if I finish all of this would be fantastic, but if not, I'd like to at least get halfway or something. But yeah, so that is what we are planning to read for this 48-hour readathon vlog. And with that, I'm gonna go and grab some lunch. I should probably tell you when I'm gonna start this. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm probably going to start this once my daughter goes, just because then I've got more time to just chill and read. So that'll probably be between 4:30, 5. I will come on when I will start it and say, it's starting, I'm reading this. I'll let you know. So whatever time I start today, I will finish that time on Friday. I had to double question that. Yeah, Friday, yeah. So, yeah. I think that's it. Can you tell I'm just not with it? It's too hot, I'm emotional. Yeah, I'm gonna go and grab some lunch now, and I'll come back when I actually start my reading. So it is officially 48-hour readathon time. It is 6 o'clock. It's later than I expected, but yeah, no, who cares? It's 6 o'clock. I'm going to continue reading Rory Hobble and the Voyage of Haligogan. I managed to read 2 chapters, so I'm now on chapter 10, page 174. Now, this is doable, I could finish it, but I have a slight hitch in my plan because I kind of forgot. So my book bestie, Hannah, who I do talk about a lot on here, Bound by Crime, me and her have a video call date at 8:30, which is fine. That gives me 2.5 hours to read. But in between that, my daughter will be ringing from her dad's. And yeah. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done of this. And I don't want to leave it too late to put my review up because I will get told off if I put it up really late. So I'm going to see how much I can read. Like literally I am halfway. So whether I'm going to leave it until about 8 o'clock or 8:15. See how much I read, and if I haven't finished it, then I'm just going to have to put my review up anyway, purely because I've got, I'll probably be on the phone for like an hour with Hannah, maybe more, and I don't like putting reviews up really late because no one then sees them. So yeah, either way, my review will be up whether I finished it or not, but I've read, by the time I do put my review up, I would have read most of it to know the gist of the story, but hopefully I would be able to read as much as I can, or maybe finish it. It is very easy and quick to read, so you never know. But yeah, that's the plan. We're starting readathon now, and yeah, I'll come back when I have an actual reading update for you. Hi, so I managed to finish Rory Hobble and the Voyage to Haligogan, which I'm very glad I did because I wasn't sure whether I was going to finish it or not because I had quite a bit to read. But I managed to get a chunk read before my daughter rang, and then I managed to read a bit more while I was waiting for Hannah to sort herself out before we spoke on video call. And then I just read the last 70-100 pages of the book, and I left it a very big so it was a very quick read. This is an easy 5 stars. This is a sci-fi, and I've probably said it so many times, sci-fi is a genre I'm getting into, but I don't know much about it, and I don't want books that are so many things that I need to learn and I don't understand, and it's really hard to read. I quite like to read books where I can just read it, I don't have to think too much. I think at the moment that's probably why I'm not reading a lot of fantasy at the moment, just because my mental health's not brilliant. But this was easy 5 stars. The sci-fi elements was very easy. It was not hard to understand. It pretty much was just spaceships, planets, aliens, and aliens kidnapping his mum and that kind of thing. Absolutely love Gary the Muktuk, which is basically an alien whale. I think that creature is brilliant, and I really want to see the fan art of Gary because he just sounds adorable, cool, and come on, this creature pretty much farts constantly. It was just fantastic. Rory as a character, this is a very own voices book. The author Maximilian Hawker has OCD. He's also a social worker, and he also helps children with OCD, and Rory obviously has OCD, so there's a lot of representation for the disorder. And me personally, I associate OCD with cleaning, they need to clean constantly. So with this OCD for Rory, it's he constantly has the battle of his bad thoughts and all of that, and I didn't really realise that there was more to OCD than just the cleansiness that some people have. Not everyone has that, they have other forms of OCD, so that was an eye-opener for me. But also, this also it obviously focuses on social worker, and obviously social worker being there is because Rory's mum is neglecting Rory. Now she's got her own demons, she's got her own problems. It doesn't really go into what's wrong with his mum, but to me it sounds like like she suffers really badly with these nightmares, so night terrors. So I'm wondering whether something's happened to her. She's like badly depressed or something like that. But I do know she's meant to be taking medication to help and all that. But she obviously neglects Rory. She's not very nice to him. She doesn't overly cook him much. Like, they are a very poor family as well. Like, they live in a one-bedroom house. You know, it's not a nice area they live in. Like, they are poor, so poverty plays a big part of Rory and his mum's life. So that in itself, and with the social worker, is a good lot of representation too. Like, I didn't particularly care for Rory's mum. I kind of felt like, regardless of what's going on with you, you know, you look after your child. Like, in some ways, your child is what helps you live. And kind of, to me, I felt like, you know, she should help herself to be a better mum for her son. But obviously, you don't know what really goes on with his mum, what's gone on, why she's the way she is. So I can't fully judge. But I just was a bit like, come on. But the social worker side of things was just brilliant. Like, this book really is like for teens who read this and have OCD, or have a background like Roy's with his mum or poverty, and have social workers. Like, it's just, they will certainly feel seen and heard and accepted and, you know, understood. And you can see that, like, for me, I don't have that, so I just read this, I enjoyed this, I saw the rep, I thought it was fantastic, I saw all the important parts and everything. But I think for kids who are like Rory, this must be just such a book of them to think, yes, this is me, you know, someone else is like it and all that. And yeah, just the representation was good, the world building was good, the story was action packed, fast paced. It was just fantastic. Like, there are some sad bits, especially with Rory and his mum. Like, I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, it was just such a good book. Like, I wasn't sure whether this was middle grade or YA, but it's actually classed as YA. Which I kind of feel like it was YA purely because of some of the bits that was going on. I didn't feel like that was very middle grade. But yeah, I love this. This is a book I will read and read again, and I think this is a very good starter book for people getting into sci-fi, because for me personally, I got this. It wasn't hard to understand and everything. So yeah, I'm very impressed with that. And now I'm going to pick up Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It's short and sweet, so I think I might stay up and read this in one go, because I want to try and get some books done in this vlog. So yeah, I'm going to read this and stay up and try and finish this, or if not, read most of it and finish it in the morning. But I'm not overly tired, so I probably can do it. So yeah, I'm going to start this, and I'm very excited because this is time travel, and I love time travel. I think it's fascinating. So yeah, we'll see what I think about this. Okay, so this book is really clever, like really clever. I read the first 57 pages, which is the first story, which is The Lovers. It's so good. I can see why people are obsessed with this book, because I'm already obsessed with it. Like, wow. Like, the thing is, though, I want to know what happens, like what happens to future, because I'm not that kind of person. It's really clever. The thing is, do I continue reading? Because they are quite long and it's 1:15. I might read one more. I guess I'm enjoying it too much. Good morning. So I thought I would give you a little reading update. So I was planning to read Before the Coffee Gets Cold in one go, and I could have easily done it because I wasn't overly tired, but I started reading this. I started reading like the first couple of pages, and I was hooked and I was loving it, and I could see why people were so hyped about this book. And I was like, no, I can't actually read this book in one go, purely because I would want to write my review straight away, just because I have so many thoughts and feelings just after a couple of pages, and I'm not the best at writing reviews late. Well, it would have been late in the morning because it was 1:30 when I finished the first 2 stories, purely because I have so many mistakes. I waffle, and like I tend to like repeat myself, as in when I finish the book during the day, you know, I actually sit and think about my feelings and write it down and all that. So I decided actually no, I would just read the first 2 stories in this and then continue the last 2 stories when I wake up. So I managed to go up to 109. So I'm now on part 3, which is the sisters. So I read the first story, which was the lovers, and I read the second story, which was husband and wife, and now I'm on the sisters. This book is exceptional. Like, I know this is going to be 5 stars. Like, literally by like the 3rd page I was like, yep, I get the hype. This is not my typical book. Like, it certainly is a literary book, but the Japanese culture that's in here is fantastic. Like I said, I absolutely love Japanese culture. From reading Girl from the Well, I've since been hooked. It's just fascinated me so much, and I just love that this cafe is interlinked with all these characters that are involved in this book, and just the little hidden bits, that like breadcrumbs that they put in here is fantastic. And for this to be translated as well, like, this is a Japanese book. It was translated to English, not the other way around of it was written in English and translated. This is written in their language and it's translated for you know, people who read English, and it's just done so well. I wouldn't even have thought it was a translated book, in my opinion. There is a spelling mistake in here, however, I wouldn't have noticed it. It's purely because I got this book from the library, and obviously whoever gave it to, not library, charity, whoever gave this book to charity underlined a spelling mistake and put the correct what it should have been, and I personally wouldn't have noticed it if she hadn't done that, or he. But yeah, I'm loving this book, so I'm going to continue reading the 3rd part, which is the sisters, and then the last part is, what's the last story? Mother and Child, which I think Mother and Child might be a sad one from what I got in the blurb bit. But yeah, I'm loving this. It's an easy 5 stars. I'm so glad I picked it up. I have made a change in the reads. So I originally said I was going to read Black Sun or start it. I changed my mind purely because Song of Achilles has been like staring at me, and I was going to take this on holiday with me. I was either going to take it with me when we were going camping, or take it to me in the August holiday where we're at a log cabin. But a lot of people say this is a tearjerker, and I thought, actually, I don't want to take it on holiday with me and really get emotional and blub myself, because, you know, I can imagine I probably will cry over this book. So I thought, you know what, no, I'll do it in this vlog. I'm at home, I'm not doing anything. If I cry, it's good, it's fine, and I'm in one of those emotional moods anyway with everything like I said at the start of this vlog, so I probably think a good cry would help. So once I finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I'm going to pick this up, because again, this is not overly long, and then it will be I Love You So Mushi. So I think I'll probably be able to finish this sometime today, because like I said, I'm not doing anything. I am going to sit in the sun and I'm just going to read, because there's nothing really to do, in all fairness. It's too hot to go out and do anything, and obviously we're going away next week, so we don't really want to do overly too much, because we want to keep money for when we go on holiday to do our thing. So yeah, they're the reading plans. Absolutely loving Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I desperately now want the next book, so I'm going to have another charity shop look about to see if I can find a next book. If not, then I'm going to have to buy it, because I'm absolutely loving it. But yeah, that is the plan. That's the plan. I'm going to sit in the sun. There you are. But yeah, I'm loving my reads at the moment. So far, I've got 2 5-star reads in this vlog. So let's see if the other 2 books can be 5-star reads. If so, I think that might have been the first time all of my books in the vlog have been all 5 stars, which would be cool. So yeah, I'll catch up with you when I finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold. just finished it. It got a bit sad. I may have had a little cry. Oh, this is just... It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I understand why there is such a big hype over this book. Like, for something so simple, it packs a punch. The Japanese culture side of things is fascinating. I just loved all of that. But I just love everyone's reasons of why they wanted to go back to the past. And in fact, it also goes back in the future. Like the last bit, mother and child, like that got me. Like, once I started reading it, I thought, oh, okay, this is gonna be an emotional one. Like, it's happy and not happy, but oh, it's just wonderful. But there's this one bit about grief, and I just have to share it because honestly, it's just such a interesting point on why some people are like this when a loved one's died. So basically, why are you so happy when dad is dead? Aren't you sad? And so the person, the mother, goes, well, if your father could see us from that very dark box, what do you suppose he would be thinking? Your father didn't go in that box because he wanted to. There was a reason. He had to go. If your father could see from his box and see you crying every day, what do you think he would think? I think it would make him sad. You know how much your father loved you. Don't you think it would be painful for him to see the unhappy face of someone he loved? So why don't you smile every day so that your father can smile from his box? Our smiles allow him to smile. Our happiness allows your father to be happy in a box. Like, that is such a clever way of dealing with grief. And it's sort of like, actually, yeah, I can understand that. Like, you know, in some ways, you know, the person who's died, they don't want to see you unhappy. They want you to live and all that. So I just thought that was so good. This book is just brilliant. I love it. I've dog-eared quite a lot of this book. I want the next book now. I want the next book and to see what happens in that one. But the last two, the sisters and mother and child, obviously deals with grief and how and that. I was a bit emotional over the sisters part, but not like crying. But the mother and child got me just because I suppose being a mum myself, my worst nightmare is either something happening to my child or something happening to me where I don't see my child growing up. So it got emotional, but it's just beautifully done. I love it, and it certainly is my favourite book of the year alongside others. But yeah, if you haven't read this, you need to. You will not be disappointed. It's just a fantastic work of fiction, and for something so simple, it's just packs a punch. And yeah, it's just beautifully written, beautifully done, and I loved every single thing about it. So yeah, I finished that. I'm going to now quickly write my review of it so I don't forget key points, and then I will start Songs of Achilles and probably be an emotional wreck with that too, but we'll see. So I thought I'd come on and do a little reading update. So I am reading Song of Achilles. I'm on chapter 12, page 112. I'm not sure how I feel about this book, if I'm going to be totally honest with you all. It's not giving me 5-star vibes. I have literally just got to the point where I think, okay, maybe things are finally happening. So I've got to the part where Achilles and Patroclus have obviously admitted their feelings. They've obviously done stuff and all that, and like, you know, they've obviously got like a firm friendship and relationship going on by the sounds of things. And then obviously Achilles has been summoned back to the palace, and Patroclus has obviously gone with him, and they've obviously just been told that, well, the pair of them have been summoned to go to war because Helen of Sparta has been kidnapped, and so they're off to war in Troy. So I'm guessing because of what it says in the blurb that they do. So I think from now onwards things might pick up, but I'm struggling with this book. It's just there is so like I'm like with this with anything, but especially when it comes to Greek mythology, I struggle with names. Like, I'm actually really good at Japanese names. I can work them out and pretty much get the pronunciation quite okay. But with these kind of books, I don't. And this book is covered with names and places that I cannot pronounce. I'm guessing it. And yes, I could Google the pronunciations, but that's going to take me 10 times longer to do so. And then more than likely having to jot it down just so I can remember, so I don't have to go backwards and forwards. So with that, it is taking me 10 times longer to read this book. Like I said, I read 112 pages and I've been reading this since the afternoon. Like, this in any other book would not take me that long. I would probably either finish a book by now or at least make a big massive dent in this. So yeah, I'm getting a bit annoyed with myself because it's taking me forever, just because it's so hard to read and it's like I'm trying to like work things out and all that. And on top of that, I am now no longer in a reading mood because I'm in absolute agony. I have like the beginning of osteoporosis on my right side, like from my hip onwards. The heat has made my feet swell out like nobody's business, and my right foot is calmed down now, but my right foot was killing. Like, I couldn't put any pressure on it or anything because it was just water retention like anything. But I've now done something to my wrist and I don't know what. I have a injury on this wrist. I've got like tendonitis or something. I can't really remember what it's called, but I picked up a chair a long time ago and it clicked and it flares up a lot. But I don't know what I've done to this. I have a feeling that it's from this because I'm right-handed. I'm really prominent with my right hand, but like I'm trying to do it like that. But when I'm opening it like that, I'm doing it with my right wrist, and this I've been doing it a bit too tight. And I think because I've been doing it a bit too tight, I've obviously gone like that, and I'm wondering whether I've clicked it and not realised. But like I can't properly grip anything. I can't really do much, and like holding my book now is killing me. And I'm like, I've had enough. Like, I'm gonna put it down. So I'm now gonna chill and watch some YouTube stuff because yeah, I need a break. In regards to reading, I'm not sure whether I'm gonna pick this back up in this vlog, purely just because I am enjoying it, but I think it's taken me forever and I kind of feel like I'd rather do this not in a vlog because you're not going to get much from me. So I think I'm going to leave this and read this the rest of this week because obviously I'm ending this vlog tomorrow at 6. So I think I'm going to leave this but read it for the rest of this week anyway. But now concentrating this vlog with I Love You So Moshi, purely because this has got Japanese culture, and like I said, when I was reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I'm absolutely loving it and I'm just itching to read this, and I just think this is going to be a really easy, sweet read. And yeah, I just got a feeling if I continue with Song of Achilles, like I think it will pick up, but I'm just at this bit of thinking I need to concentrate, and doing a vlog, it's sort of, you lose that concentration because you're sort of also thinking about content. So yeah, I am going to read the Song of Achilles, but I'm going to do this outside of this vlog, but I'm going to concentrate from tomorrow. I Love You So Moshi. But now I'm going to watch the booktube and then head to bed because I'm in agony. I need to rest up and hope that when I wake up, I don't feel like an old granny, basically. So that is the update. And yeah, also, I had book mail. I didn't think about opening up, I just got excited. But I received Matrix by Lauren Groff, which is an arc. This is... Lauren Groff is the best-selling author of Fates and Furies, which I've never read, but this is basically is given the bit here of perfect for fans of The Silence of the Girls and Madeline Miller's Circe. So if I remember rightly, this is a queer book because this is for Pride Book Tours, and it's, I think, to do with, like, I think it's got fantasy elements to it and like royals and stuff, but I think it's also got about Greek mythology as well. But when I read the blurb about it, it sounded really amazing, and I like it when you have a lot of queer rep. It's also, ow, I'm so not left-handed. It's such a floppy book, but I love the cover. Like, this is just an arc, but the actual cover, it's in an arc, is beautiful, and then the actual proper cover is just as fantastic. So yeah, this is going to be for August, so I'm very excited to get that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and chill now, and hopefully tomorrow I won't feel so bleh. But yeah, I shall catch up with you tomorrow, and we will be starting I Love You So Moshi. Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. I'm feeling a little bit better. I still ate like nobody's business, but I'm guessing I'm just having one of those days. It's obviously too hot and my body's just like, I don't like it. But it's the last day of the vlog, so we're going to try and knuckle down and get a bit better reading doing. So I said in my last clip that I was going to start I Love You So Moshi purely because I was just struggling a little bit with Songs of Achilles, but I have made a decision that I am not going to read Song of Achilles this month. I will read it, but not for this month. Song of Achilles is actually for Olympics-a-thon. It was for the prompt Origin, which was you needed to read a book that was either based in Greece or it was Greek mythology, something like that. I have since decided that I'm not going to read that for that prompt. I'm going to choose a different book, and I've been even knowing about reading this book, to be fair, but then I was watching BookTube last night. I watched about 3 or 4 videos, pretty much of the same people, because they were doing a readathon all together, so they had their own videos. But I have seen this particular book circling around BookTube and a little bit on Bookstagram, but more on BookTube, like everywhere. Everyone's been going on about it. They said it's brilliant, and I've then also heard another thing of it's just trash and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, do I, don't I? Anyway, I was watching this vlog, and they mentioned this particular book, and I was like, do you know what? It's a sign. It is Greek mythology, is actually Greek retelling, so it would fit the prompt. So I had a look, and it was even better because it was actually on Kindle Unlimited, and I was just like, oh, yeah, there you go, it's free, let's get it. So I downloaded A Touch of Darkness, which is a Greek mythology of Persephone and Hades. It's a retelling, but it's actually a modern version of the retelling as well. So basically, it's very up to date, modern times. You know, it's in New Athens, but it sounds very familiar. Like, it sounds very like city-like New York, things like that. So I started reading it last night because I wasn't overly tired, and I thought I'll just see what it's like. And I'm about 30% in, if I remember correctly, and it's just brilliant. Like, it's just very quick and easy, and I was like, right. So like I said, I did about 30%, and I'm definitely going to read that book for the origin prompt for Olympicsathon. I was going to read this through this vlog, but it's on my Kindle, and I am sitting outside, and it's not very easy to read it outside for me, just because of the sun glare and all of that. So I will be continuing to read that once this vlog finishes, but I am going to now read I Love You So Moshi, and I'm very, very excited for it. I think this is going to be a very easy read. I really would like to bash it out and completely finish it today, which is doable. It just depends on me, really. Of this 48-hour readathon vlog. I'm going to be very quick because my takeaways just arrived, and it literally came just in time for this readathon to end too. So yeah, cool, we're going to do that. Firstly, I didn't read a lot today. I'll go into it. So I am currently on chapter 8, page 103 of I Love You So Moshi. I'm absolutely loving it. Like, everything about it, I'm just loving it. The Japanese rep and just the culture and the descriptions, I'm just loving it. And we've just met the love interest, and he's just sweet and adorable, and Kimmy's just fantastic. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. But I'm not reading much of it purely because I'm in absolute agony. So last night I was complaining that my foot and my wrist were killing me. I thought I was okay this morning, but I'm not. The whole of my right side's killing me from here down to my ankle, and my left hip and my left ankle is now starting to piss about as well, and this is what happens when you have a chronic illness. You think you're fine, but unfortunately there are days where you're not, and it's clearly gonna be that for me at the minute. I think it's a mixture of the heat. I think it's a mixture of the heat. I think it's a mixture of what's wrong with me, and I think I don't know, it sounds strange, but my right side of me is crud. Like when I had my last operation, I had a massive stricture on the right side of me. Like the right side of me is dodgy, so you know. But yeah, I've just really struggled reading because I can't hold my book properly. I'm trying to elevate my feet because they're really swollen, and like, you know, help with the pain on that. You know, I've taken Brufen, but that's not helping. Like, it's not that kind of pain, unfortunately. It's just because of what's wrong with me, and I think it's because it's extremely hot that I'm just struggling. I have been like this, not last year, but the year before. I felt a bit funny, but the year before that, when I had my stoma still, I was horrendous. Like, I could hardly walk. So I'm hoping it will pass, because obviously I'm going away camping on Monday, and I really don't want to feel this achy, because we are going to go exploring a lot, and that involves a lot of walking, and I don't want to be in agony and struggle with just doing walking. But yeah, so I haven't done a lot of reading today, purely because I can't get comfortable. I can't hold a book. It's pissing me off, to be honest, because I'm really loving I Love You So Moshi. Also, I did watch the Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony, which I have got clips of that, so I was distracted watching that as well. But yeah, so I read 103 pages of Love You So Mochi. I also read a bit of the Song of Achilles. I've given up on that. Like, I will read it at some point in my life, but always swapping that book for a different one for the thing. But I did finish Rory, Hobble and the Voyage to Hadagogan. I read about like a third of it, and oh no, I think I was like here, and then I read the rest of it. Absolutely loved it, 5 stars. I still can't get over the Muktuk character, Gary, the alien whale. Like, I want fan art of Gary because I'm obsessed. Like, I'm still thinking about this alien whale. I just think it's amazing. But it's a really good book, really simple YA sci-fi that I understood, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And another 5-star read was Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Absolutely love this. I actually spent last night reading some of the reviews on Goodreads after I did mine, and a lot of people don't like it. They're saying it's very much like a theatre script and stuff like that, and I'm there thinking, what have they read? Like, I love this book. Like, there haven't been brilliant reviews for the next book, but I don't care. I want to read it because I thoroughly love this. I just, again, love the Japanese culture. I just loved the going back in time, and even though like they couldn't change anything, it was sort of like a therapeutic closure for them, and it was emotional, it was joyful, it was hopeful, it was happy, it was sad. Like, the last 2 bits really did make me quite emotional. I did cry in the mother and child one, but absolutely love this. This is my favorite like literary fiction read of this year. Like, I'm keeping this for the rest of my life. I'm going to recommend it for the rest of my life. I think it's fantastic. This is 5 stars too. I honestly think this is going to be 5 stars as well, like predicting it by. So I've only read 2 books. I've also started A Touch of Darkness, which I mentioned in this vlog as well, which is taken over now, Songs of Achilles. I'm 30% in that, and I'm probably going to pick that up tonight, purely because it's on my tablet and it's easier to hold and that. But yeah, that's what I did. It wasn't the best reading vlogs that, like, readathons that I do. Like, I can usually bash out quite a lot of books out in 48 hours readathon, and the fact that I've only read 2 is a bit disappointing. But I feel rough, I'm aching, and quite frankly, I can't help myself when I'm feeling crap and can't get comfortable and I can't physically hold a book for a while. But yeah, I still enjoyed myself. There's a lot of B-rolls which I think you will like. It was nice. I still, you know, I had good 5-star reads, and apart from being in pain, I still enjoyed myself and relaxed and stuff like that. So it's not all a bad thing. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go because my dinner is ready and I'm starving. So yeah, we're going to do that. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you've read any of your books. Let me know your thoughts on Song of Achilles, whether you should really tell me, you know, no, stick with it and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.